A heroic ranger plus one quirky warrior in an epic journey towards justice. Here's your movie line on The Lone Ranger. Hey everyone, I'm Tatiana Carrier. The Lone Ranger is the telling of untold tales of how one man, John Reed, was transformed into an absolute legend of justice, narrated by none other than Native American warrior Tonto, played by Johnny Depp.
You want me to wear a mask?
The men you seek think you are dead, Kimosabe. Better to stay that way.
We've gotten pretty used to seeing Depp portray characters anything but ordinary, and his role as Tonto was no exception. Here, he dishes on his involvement in the evolution of his unique look.
I saw this image on the internet of this painting of a warrior, white face with black stripes, and then I decided to put the crow on his head as his sort of eyes and ears, like a spirit guide. I'm amazed I got away with it.
Something that was out of the ordinary, Depp taking a back seat to the lead role and playing the support in a major film. Judging by his praise of the lead, Armie Hammer, this was okay by Depp.
First and foremost, I love the fact that the way that he attacked the character was never to deviate from that sort of earnest, square peg type guy. He was as square as they come, and he played it that way, and it was beautifully done. So the relationship for us as actors, or as characters, he gave me a lot of room to sort of poke at.
And that feeling was mutual.
Johnny is maybe the easiest dude to work with in the entire world, and I think that only helped our relationship. A big part of this movie is how the Lone Ranger and Tonto deal with each other, and kind of the humor there within. So he's such a funny guy, and such an easygoing guy, but also such a consummate professional that it just was easy.
If these men represent the law, I'd rather be an outlaw.
Someone who would agree with Armie on Depp's talent is director Gore Verbinski. He put Depp front and center of his uber-successful Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, which has raked in over $3.7 billion worldwide. That being said, casting Depp was a no-brainer for the Helmer, but putting the rest of the cast together wasn't so easy.
But we knew going in that this was going to be different, that he was going to have to be more gracious, and he can't just run away with a movie. That the chemistry between the Lone Ranger and Tonto, everything's for naught if that doesn't work. And getting that right means that he has to lob some pitches to Armie sometimes, and Armie has to hit it back, and they're dancing. So there are two pistons firing, and I don't think Johnny's done that I can remember before.
That's the end of the line.
We jump.
What about the passengers?
They jump.
Ruth Wilson, who made her first official American film debut in the movie playing Rebecca Reed, said that she had no hesitations joining the incredible cast that makes up the Lone Ranger, but she did flinch over one thing.
I had to, when I land on the horse, backwards, it wasn't a real horse, but I was still sort of suspended in the air with a big wind machine, so I was sort of floating about up in the air, and they had to drop me onto this fake horse, which was in galloping motion. That actually was, for some reason, the scariest thing, trying to line myself up and thinking they're going to drop me when I was offline. I mean, that was sort of the most worrying one for me.
There you have it, your movie line on The Lone Ranger. Go or no? What's your review? Hit us up in that comment section below. I'm Tatiana Carrier. Thanks so much for watching.